Hi there, everybody. Mondion, Astral, Oracles. My love and appreciation for and to you. The month of November is upon us. The sun's pale, days are short, wind is cold, ground is soggy. It feels like home up here, and I hope it also feels like a proper November should wherever you are. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to our Arcturian friends. And I'll also just say that the theme for the coming month of November is magic. So we'll be looking into that. Much love to you guys. Hello, dear human friends. This is your friend Umlam speaking to you from the ninth dimension, sending you unconditional love, acceptance, support, and appreciation from the heart of the Arcturian collective, the Arcturian Council, as you sometimes know us, from the heart of our unified consciousness. We transmit our love to you this day, letting you know that the energies you are experiencing at this moment may seem a little unknown, strange, unfamiliar to you. Well, has this not been the case for a long time? Where you are already always cooking with the ingredients at hand. You are already working with the principles available to you. And so you have for the longest time been making sense of reality with the items that you already had in your inventory. That is the explanations and models for reality that you were juggling. You were adopting these, you were mixing them, you were trying to adapt a new world into a framework that you could understand and then expand upon, gradually experimenting. But sometimes there is a radical shift in your life. There is somebody flicking a light switch in the room that you were sitting in, and all of a sudden it went from dark to unbearably well lit. There is the experience of moving from one place to another. There is the experience of finding yourself suddenly in one occupation rather than the other. And these are the types of energetic shifts that we are speaking of, that we have been preparing you for. This idea that sometimes you are operating almost what seems like an entirely new vehicle, and you have to catch up with this. So, the question we would like to pose to you, if this sounds intimidating, sweet, dear human friends, beloved to us, if it sounds intimidating that your reality should become unknown, new, and thereby perhaps also terrifying, intimidating, confusing, well, we would ask you, how have things been working out for you so far as an individual and as a species? Sure, you've had your highlights. We too appreciate many of the beautiful and wonderful things that you do, both within and without. But you may sense that it has often come to you with a great seesawing between pain and elation of ascent and depression. And what we speak of is a new state, a new spectrum, a new level of vibrancy where these shifts, these suppressions no longer take place. So these feelings of depression and suppression, how would you feel if they were no longer present? And this is why we have entitled this communication Collapsing Your Tensions. Because these tensions, these are the prepared ready-mades, these are the structures that you rely upon to keep up your skeleton, your life, to keep up the way you move in the world, that you go about things. It's by tensing up in certain ways, being prepared in certain ways, having certain things you do to handle discomfort in ways that are recognizable to you. So what would happen if you scrapped all that? The first thing that would happen would that you would find that behind all this tension, there lies an energy informing it that is itself not tense, but urging and urgent. This vital life force, this Holy Spirit, this force that moves through you, the tension both arises from it, and it is an application of this force, but it is also something that then keeps this force away from merging with your further sense of self. And so this collapse into a wider sense of self, a sense of self that's informed by the vitality that's always present in you. This is very much where we have been leading you. This is where we have been pointing to your great potential, because this is of course how we already see you. We don't see you as the shifty little stories you have of yourselves and your attainments and attachments. We see you as these vibrant fields of vital universal life force expressing themselves in unique and marvelous ways through physical systems of deep complexity and mental reflections of deep profundity. This is indeed how we experience human beings, and therefore you may also sense that sometimes we, and often beings who may seem a bit more short-fused than us, they seem to have very little patience with your personal stories, your need for purpose and place, your need for assurance and importance, because none of these things are really in question or in doubt from our perspective. So we find it so nonsensical that you use this life force to tense up and to retain, to keep yourself limited, to keep yourself in structures that no longer serve you. So imagine to us, and where we see you now is a little like a human adult may see a child that has grown far too large for their plastic playhouse or kitchenette. So they are this strange, disproportionate, almost gargantuan figure set in these miniature settings with playthings that can't really produce the sustenance or the nourishment that their more grown frame requires. And so they get frustrated because they have not yet made the release from that early childhood connection to those toys and those modes of pretense into a different, more, let's say, negotiated form of play with reality at large that comes as humans age and children grow. So this is very much how we see you, that you need to step out of these versions of yourself that you have been limiting yourself to. And you need to know that ingredients can be so new, surroundings can be so alien and strange, that it is all right that you can't necessarily find words for them or map out what feelings you are experiencing or they are bringing forward in you. Because novelty indeed is the name of maturation, of growing older and gaining wisdom and insight. This is the strange thing, that you connect to a deeper layer of knowing as you begin to discover the newness of the world. And the month of November really invites you to do so. For those of you present and listening to this message, our sense of it is that your senses have been greatly expanded. We sense here that the capacities of this system to read energy and to sense the synchronicity flowing around it, that is, we are addressing our friend here at the channel. Well, this has also been growing and reincorporating itself into the wider everflow of energy. And so many of you are discovering this everflow that underpins your personal tensions and privations, the ways you limit yourself. You are discovering these gifts that grow forward and come out of you, these fruits that somehow shoot from places unknown and pains unwanted. So you have truly moved into a place where you can now harvest these new tastes and sentiments that your trials have brought you, knowing that with these greater troubles you have gone through, there is also the reward of a greater appreciation, of understanding that life keeps showing you things that you are yet to understand and connect to. So as always, expect the unexpected, but in this month, allow the joy of surprise to be an open invitation, and see how this will serve you in the coming month of your time, this month of November 2023. With love from the ninth dimension, from the Arcturian Council, from our collective gathered spirit, from the shining light of our hearts, from all your galactic brethren, we send our love, appreciation, acceptance, our blessings and guidance. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. Farewell, sweet human beings. I hope that served you out there. May many happy surprises find your life in this month of November. Much love.